Well, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have the admission that we've been waiting for. You and I have all been waiting for this admission from EA regarding Dragon Age the Veilguard. According to this article from the VGC, it says EA blames underperformance of Dragon Age and EA FC 25 as it lowers its forecast, and that Dragon Age the Veilguard missed the company's expectation by nearly 50%. That is absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. This game missed the mark by half of whatever EA had expected. And when we go into the content and we go into the article, you're going to realize it's probably more than that. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, EA blaming Dragon Age the Veilguard. I honestly feel like they put FC25 in there just so Dragon Age the Veilguard wasn't the sole reason why this company had to lower its forecast. And you're going to realize soon just how much they actually had to lower their forecast. It's not a little bit. It's a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into this article from the VGC. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So again, Electronic Arts has lowered its revenue forecast for its current business year, partly due to what it called the underperformance of FC25 and also Dragon Age the Veilguard. EA's initial guidance for its current fiscal year ending March 31st anticipated mid-single-digit growth from its live service games, including FC25. However, the company warned the market on Wednesday that it now expects a mid-single-digit decline, with an FC25 slowdown during the Christmas period accounting for the majority of the change. Now, guys, before we get into the numbers, I want you guys to understand something. The level of deception that these companies are willing to go through, right? They're not wanting to be very honest with you. That's the last thing that they want to be. Honesty is the worst thing they could possibly be, in terms of their investors. They don't want people to know that. So I want you guys to understand something when we talk about this situation. They don't want to talk about sales, right? None of these people want to talk about sales. The reason why they don't want to talk about sales is because most of their player base are coming from their subscription services. So they know their video games do not sell well, especially compared to video games of old that didn't have subscription services bogging down the opportunity of sales. Now, when we look at this, look at how EA actually reports this information. It says separately, EA said on Wednesday that Dragon Age the Veilguard, released in October, engaged, look at the word, engaged, around 1.5 million players during the 3 months ended December 31st of 2024, which it said was nearly half of its expectations. Guys, does anybody else see what they're doing? Do you see what they're doing? They said that the game engaged 1.5 million players. Now, you're going to have people, idiots, go on Twitter and they're going to say, wow, the game had 1.5 million sales. That's amazing. That's great. That's incredible. No, that's not how this works, man. This is why I really need people to understand the method of these, like what these companies would do to try to make it seem positive in their light. Number one, they never passed 1 million sales because they never announced it. You have every other studio announcing 1 million plus sales when they hit that metric, because obviously it's a milestone that people are very proud of, and everybody announces it. Even indie developers will announce it. But for some reason, BioWare and Dragon Age the Veilguard never announced over 1 million sales. And here's the reason why. You're probably thinking, Hypnotic, well, it says 1.5 million players. How is that possible? Well, that's because the majority of players came from EA Play Pro. Nobody bought this fucking game. Very few people bought this game, right? Half of the player base came from EA Play Pro, and the other half came from Steam. If you look at the Steam numbers, it estimates anywhere from 300,000 to about 700,000 units sold. That's obviously not a million. So you're wondering, how do you get to 1.5 million players? Well, that's very clear. The other half is EA Play Pro, which is what I did, right? When I played Dragon Age the Veilguard and reviewed it for my audience on Hypnotic Live, I didn't buy the fucking game. I got it on EA Play Pro. Why would I buy the game when I could spend $15.99 or whatever it was and go play the game and get to experience it and showcase it to my audience for as cheap as possible? So no, 1.5 million players engaged is not 1.5 million sales. It is, quite frankly, how many people, this is their total number. This is everything. Free players, EA Play Pro players, actual purchase players. This is a console. This is everything. There's even console numbers in this too as well. So you guys got to understand this, man. This is not 1.5 million sales. This is just 1.5 million players. But there's going to be people that confuse that. Anyway, now after that rant, EA now expects net bookings of around 2.21 billion for its third quarter and an updated range of 7 to 7.15 billion for the fiscal year, which is down from 7.5 to 7.8 billion for the fiscal year. So essentially, it looks like they lost about $500 million, maybe a little bit more than that. So $500 million. That's insanity to me. Insane. And the majority of that, I guarantee you, came from Dragon Age the Veilguard. I promise you. Because like I said, most people played this game on some sort of subscription service, so they didn't get the full retail amount. That's why if you take those 1.5 million players, cut it in half, and just give them $15 for that half, you're going to realize they didn't make a lot of money for this game. And they had an insane development cycle, 10 years worth, with an insane budget that they never wanted to tell you about because they don't want to be transparent. It's like obvious. I don't understand how people don't see this as a massive failure. I don't understand how the journalists can have any credibility out there when they're trying to say, oh, look at this game, get woke, go to the top of the charts, right? Fucking Jason Schreier, whoever said that. And now look at them. They're all quiet, running with their tails in between their legs because it was an obvious fucking grift. It was obviously a lie. Then it says, during Q3, we continue to deliver high-quality games and experiences across our portfolio. However, Dragon Age and EA Sports FC 25 underperformed our net bookings expectations, said EA CEO Andrew Wilson. Now, again, guys, it was so obvious. So obvious. Now, let's look at the EA stock really quick. I want to showcase the EA stock because ever since this announcement, look at what happened to the EA stock. I'm looking at the last 6 months over here, but look at this, bro. Holy shit. What a dip. This this is bad, right? This is bad. This happened overnight. The moment this was announced by EA and their net bookings were going down, they had so many people back out of EA. Look at that. It's insane. This company, it's at its lowest. Let's see. How can I let me see. This company is at its lowest since about 2023, maybe a little bit less. So I would say maybe, 2023 is a fair number, I would say. September 2023, but this is actually lower than this number. So it's more so, it's still 2023 regardless, so that's fine. So yeah, 2023 is the lowest, and this is at its point. This is the lowest it's been at its point in 2 years, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely insane. EA is not cooked, okay? EA 100% is still $1 billion company, and EA, of course, is going to make a ton of money. There's no doubt about it. But the simple fact of the matter is Dragon Age the Veilguard has cost EA an ungodly amount of money to the point now where they lost not only $500 million or more than that, but now their stock is tanking. Their stock has tanked about, let's see, it was at $142. Now it's at $116. So it's absolute tanking, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it if you get to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.